Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon playthrough. We are back on the Darkest Estate file. You guys might notice that my voice is a lot more loud and the B's and the P's are a lot more aggressive. And that's just because when I first started doing these videos, obviously, I did not do a good job of messing with the audio and fixing certain things. So my my computer fans were really aggressive. Like you could really hear it really loud, and my game audio and my voice audio were all fucked up. Well, the thing that I did originally to fix the computer thing was I kept my mic as far away from the computer, and I had my mic as far away from the computer as possible, and I had the mic slightly turned away from the computer so that it would only pick up my voice. And obviously I had it on the mode where it only, picks up in that direction. And, it slightly worked. You'd still hear the computer a little bit. But it was working out. But I've been looking up some audio shit, and one of the things is, you go into the Windows recording thing, and then you just tone down how loud your mic is, and it seems to be working for stopping my mic from picking up the computer. So now that I've done that, I've decided to fix the volume problem with my voices. That I'm just gonna have the mic closer to my mouth, and that's gonna bring, more problems with, hearing things you guys probably don't want to hear, like mouth noises and like aggressive P's and B's. But I don't have a pop filter yet. And that's really all I have to say about that. So last time, I'm so disappointed with this run, because if you guys watched the video before this, which is technically not going to be part of the series, it's called Audio Test. Oh, I just heard something, because I have my headphones attached. I just heard something that I know is going to come out pretty bad because the mic is close. I had like an exhale of air as I was talking. Anyways, I'm a little bit disappointed because this run's been going, all right. I've had a few deaths, I believe. I've just had a really terrible run in my other run that I'm just doing for myself for fun. I haven't had a single death, and I've been doing really well. And I really want to just play that run on camera, but I'm attached to the idea of not turning around, basically. Just not giving up on the run just because I had a few deaths or I'm running low on money because I haven't done really well in the excursions. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh my god. Do I have any healers that I can put in? No, I don't. Great-o. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to go through this and hope that my people don't stress the fuck out. Because I thought she was in the ward, which is what she should be, because we don't do diseases. Fuck that. I'd rather have an affliction happen than have a disease. This Dismas isn't like my other one. He's not super decked out yet. So I think I'm just going to go with this run through, except there's only one thing I want to change. I want her to have... No, I have what I wanted. I'm dumb. I want to get rid of that and put in the knife though. I think this is a pretty decent run loadout. Okay, now I'm ready to go. That might come out as loud. I'm trying to exhale in the other direction, and I'm trying not to breathe heavily in the mic when I feel like it, which I'm probably not meeting much success. This is kind of the basic shit that I use. There's not, if I'm remembering correctly, most of the curios in the ruins at least only use those things that I buy. I think maybe the alchemy table could use either anti-venom or the medicinal herbs, but I don't remember. All I know is that if you put a torch on it, it'll increase your light level. And that's about that.
Another one falls.
Yeah, I just, in my personal run, I just defeated the Necromancer's Apprentice, or yeah, I believe that's what the first boss of the ruins is called. And I'm slowly edging towards all of my little dungeons being leveled up enough that the bosses come out. And I have like, what is it? Before I put my people into like the bars and shit to lower their stress and to heal their afflictions, I've been hovering around 30,000 gold, which is pretty decent, and I've slowly been passing that.
Press this advantage.
Hopefully, my goal is to stay slightly ahead of this playthrough with my personal one, so that I kind of have an idea of what I'm getting into as I go on. I mean, I've played this game a lot, but I've never really gone past like the first boss for each area. And even then, I've watched a lot of Darkest Dungeon stuff, but I don't know any of the bosses for the Weld. I kind of have an idea in my, like, I can sort of imagine what the boss is for the, what is it, the Cove? Because I believe I have seen it before. And I only know the first boss for the ruins in the pig area. So I'm not sure if they do different bosses or just stronger version of the first bosses. But we will see. We will witness it with our eyes. Oh, and the reason I wanted my Plague Doctor to have the battlefield medicine, because even though it's such a low heal, if you're using the cultist, you just want her around so she can heal anybody he bleeds. Just so his heal is a lot more effective. At level 1, it does 0 to 12 healing. And the bleed does a 1 bleed for 3 rounds, and it does stack, so it could be 2 bleed for 3 rounds, and you just want to get rid of it.
Fear and frailty.
You want, especially if it's a 0 heal, but whatever heal you get, you want it to be as potent as it says it is. But I've been having some pretty good luck with it, so most of the time the people I heal don't get bleeded out, and I don't think it's a very high chance. Well, not very high compared to the typical chances of things that happen in this game. If that makes any sense. Like, that heal was only technically 7 because if I let it ride out, he will bleed out 3 of the health that he just healed. And I can't really do anything about it right now because my Plague Doctor's in the 2nd position and she can only use her battlefield medicine thing in the 3rd or 4th. But good thing that they were all on the cusp of death, so I didn't really have to deal with them much more. That's the only big problem, is that, like, oh my god, I swear to god, I hope that wasn't picked up. It's I don't know, yeah, it's only when I'm recording. I don't record at the same time every single day because I'm bad at keeping a schedule, but only when I'm recording. Will she go and talk to the dog? It's fucking crazy. Sorry, it's flipping crazy. We are rated T. No, that one makes sense. I think rated T games are allowed to have swears. Could be wrong. I don't know much about the rating for games. It kind of hasn't mattered or meant anything to me since the start of high school. And since I buy everything on Steam, I don't even know if I have seen a rating.
Watch your
Like, there are some games that stop you and are like, hey, this is for mature audiences, what's your age? But I haven't seen like a E for everyone, or an M for mature, or an R for really flippin' scary. That's gonna... No, that's not her. This one. I should be using this one, but she's not in the first position. Her bleed out is kind of like Dismas's, like, I don't know what to call it. Is like just discharge from his gun that causes a large amount of damage. But that's why Dismas is really good, because none of his things really debuff him, and they do an extreme amount of damage, or next to extreme, whereas the Hellion can do a lot of damage, but she has a lot of things that can debuff her from her own repertoire, and she's more of a one pump chump. You guys get that?
ringing ears.
She kind of has a
Vision.
no stamina.
The end approaches.
I was hoping the Plague Doctor would move before the Hellion. I don't understand that. Her breakthrough isn't even that good comparatively to like Dismas's grapple shot, I think is what it's called. Yet it does such a disgusting debuff to her. I just don't understand how the Highwayman, I should refer to him not as Dismas but as the Highwayman, so I never confuse myself or never confuse people on what exactly I'm referencing. The Highwayman probably is comparable or slightly lower than the Hellion when, you know, you're doing damage. But he has 0 debuffs, and or he doesn't debuff himself, and in a lot of cases he does things that technically will debuff the enemy. So like his grapple shot will, oh nice, a virtue. But like his, one of the bad ones, it just does this, remove stress from his fellows. But like, I keep on sidetracking myself. His grapple shot will increase crit chance to enemies. His thing that moves him forward will set him into riposte, which means any enemy that attacks him for that amount of rounds is boned. I think he has one shot that'll stealth him and it'll do damage, and obviously stealth is really good because it means they can't hit you. His bleed does actually a significant amount of damage, but it's one of his lesser moves, so people don't use it as much, but you know, it bleeds and it still does a, you know, good chunk of damage. His think that's it when talking about his moves, because like his normal shot just does damage. It doesn't do anything to him, but it does, you know, really good damage. And then his point blank shot does a lot of damage, and it will move him back technically out of danger. I know with this system, no one in the party's like in danger, or like less in danger than the others, but
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
most of the time, a lot of the harder hitting units attack the front row, and a lot of the more stress dealing units attack everybody. So if you're in the front row, you're going to be taking a lot of damage and stress damage, I think, from what I've noticed. And if you're in the back row, you're mostly just going to be taking stress damage, unless you get really unlucky. I think this is a small enough dungeon to just... Okay, well I guess I had to do every single thing then. And it's only a battle. No
Even
curio.
the cold stone seems bent on preventing
This seems like...
passage.
Sometimes when it procs, it'll only ask for 3 food.
The
But
requirements of survival cannot be met on
I
an
was not
empty
lucky.
stomach.
That's why I ate it earlier, because first of all, the enemies could have moved faster than her and killed her at death's door. So I still think I did the right thing. And then I wasn't worried about the hunger proc, because sometimes you can get away with feeding them less than 4 food, which did not happen here. Nice. I think that's actually one of the good ones.
Adversity can foster
Possibly.
hope and resilience.
I know I really shouldn't nitpick virtues, but some of them, like the stress heal is nice, but it's only 4 stress heal.
As the fiend falls,
Whereas powerful obviously buffs you, and then one of them heals your character every single time. I think it's every single time it's their turn, or whenever they get the virtuous proc. I can't remember which one it is, but still, a heal is, you know, really nice. A heal that doesn't consume a turn is fantastic, because it means you can either heal someone else who's low, or do damage with that unit if that unit actually does, you know, decent damage without outside of their healing spells. She's about to be at death's door again. She's about to have a heart attack if we don't finish it next round. I would prefer her not have a heart attack. I think a heart attack takes half health or just straight up kills. That dude's dead. This dude should be dead. All we have to worry about is him. And we don't need to worry. Okay, cool. Unless the Hellion moves before him, then we do need to worry. There we go. Good boys. Good boys. Oh look, 4 food. That would have been nice. Like 3 minutes ago.
More bones return to rest. Devils remanded to their abyss.
We're finally starting to pick ourselves back up off the ground from that god-awful
Finely
start.
crafted instrument of butchery and
A
bloodshed.
free weapon
Yours for
upgrade.
the taking.
Howdy do. Who am I gonna upgrade though? Probably the Hellion. I know I was kind of talking mad. I was putting mad disrespect on the Hellion's name this whole entire video. But she is pretty good. That's not for de-stressing. That is. The reason that I was in the sanitarium was because I wanted to place him and get rid of that, because you kind of want him to have max HP. It's kind of good. Other than that... Oh, one more person. Diseases just feel way worse than negative traits. So I always try and get rid of those. Sometimes I'll leave negative traits, but the diseases really stab me in the back. Anyways, that's gonna be that for this episode. See you guys next time. Hope you guys have a good day.